Welcome everybody to the channel. We are going to begin a new series, a series that I'm very excited for. Um, if you've been around the channel, you would know I'm a huge dinosaur nerd. Um, I really love talking about dinosaurs and really love discovering new things about them. The new Spinosaurus discovery was huge for the dinosaur community, and I'm super excited for it. But with this new uh, thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be talking about dinosaurs at least once a week. Um, so if you want T Rex, Carno, Pteranodon, Inky, Triceratops, Allosauruses, Giga, anything you guys want, we will do and break down. Um, Obviously, I've been talking about getting into college to become a paleontologist. I kind of want to work in the field and dig up dinosaurs. If you can tell a little bit back there, I have like a velociraptor mold skeleton head. So, but we are going to break down a dinosaur that is kind of named a thief. Uh, if you can believe it, we are going to break down the Oviraptor. Now, the Oviraptor lived in what was now known as Mongolia during the late Cretaceous period, about 103 million years ago. Keep in mind we are in the year 2026, so the first remains of the first Oviraptor discovered, which was back in 1923, found in the Jota Formation in the Gobi Desert. Um, and that's quite some time ago. Now, obviously, dozens of oviraptors have been discovered, the latest being in 2024, only 2 years ago, in China, Mongolia, I believe. I believe it was also in Mongolia. Um, Now, when paleontologists first found the oviraptor fossils laying on a nest, they guessed that this animal was robbing the nest or the eggs of a protoceratops. I really hope that was correct. I hope I pronounced that correct, and I really hope that was the correct dinosaur that was mentioned. Um, Now, I'm gonna give you a fun fact. When now, actually, let me backtrack before I give you guys this fun fact. When the they discovered the oviraptor, the oviraptor was laying on the nest because its neck was broken and the skull was almost crushed, if not crushed completely, because the Protoceratops is a very large animal. Um, but obviously, there was another discovery in the 1900s of a oviraptor dying, laying on a nest that was protecting her own nest of eggs. It was predicted or expected that it died in a sandstorm uh, around that time. But the fun fact is when these oviraptors or oviraptorids were first discovered by paleontologists, they did not know what the front of the skull was because the oviraptor skull is so oddly, it was oddly shaped. They couldn't really figure out what the front of the skull was when they first found it. Now let's break down what the oviraptor was, like how tall it was, how it kind of got around. The oviraptor was bipedal, meaning it walked on its rear legs. It's two well developed behind limbs. It had long, slender forearms with three clawed fingers, a short skull with large eyes surrounded by bony rings or ridges. The skull had a bony crest above the snout. The jaws lacked teeth, probably protected by the horny beak like covering or horny beak that was its mouth to protect its teeth. Now, it's expected that the oviraptor was about uh, 5.2 to 1.6 meters long, 2 feet or 0.6 or maybe even a foot tall, 73 to 88 pounds, or 30 to 40 kilograms of weight, which is, not the biggest dinosaur. It's one of the smaller dinosaurs overall. But I mean, to like an average person, it would maybe come to about your waist. So unless you were a dwarf, you would maybe be able to survive a oviraptor attack. Who knows? I mean, I don't even know. I mean, oviraptors maybe would have attacked humans if they were desperate for food. You never know. I mean, dinosaur is a dinosaur at the end of the day. Now, it is believed that many oviraptors or oviraptoroids would be protected by feathers, while it's not yet been discovered that every single specimen that has been found, uh, it's not been discovered yet if they have been uh, found with soft tissue impressions. It's kind of you can kind of assume that oviraptors or oviraptoroids, which would be the entire family, um, were feathered because they are close relatives to birds, and oviraptors are kind of like a bird in a way. They do possess a avian-like traits, including evidence of quill knobs on their bones. So that's cool. Um, yeah, I mean, oviraptors are a really cool dinosaur. So any way you can make them cooler. Now, the oviraptor's diet would be consisted more of just eggs. Oviraptors were optimistic omnivores, which means they would eat meat, such as small reptiles. They would eat insects, seeds, plants, etc. Now, they wouldn't be an ambush predator dinosaur. They would kind of take what they could get. Obviously, if you're in the foot of the omnivore, if you are the oviraptor here in this case, I mean, maybe you can't get to these certain eggs that you've been planning out because maybe the mother can't move far enough away from the nest or hasn't moved far away from the nest, and you're not trying to get yourself into a fight or into a life or death situation. So you're going to take what you can get, such as plants, seeds, insects, small reptiles, etc. So, because you do have a pretty strong beak, so you can open things like clamshells, you can open things like nuts, and be fine for more likely that day. So, overall, oviraptors they eat more than just dinosaur eggs that just get shown in like TV shows, movies, video games, etc. So, would the oviraptor be a famous dinosaur in your opinion? In my opinion, yes. I mean, it may not be such of a household name like a velociraptor, T-Rex, Spinosaur, Allosaurus, etc. But the oviraptor has starred in many TV shows, many video games, many movies, etc., etc. And I think it's definitely cool seeing them get more opportunities to show who they were when they were around in the late Cretaceous period. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I was able to break down and shed maybe more insights on what the oviraptor was. So, what dinosaur would you like to see next? I am Nathan, aka Alpha Raptor Gaming. and this has been the first episode of Dino Talk.